I do love me a horror movie, or at least a psychological thriller that attempts to both present a unique story and set itself in a unique location. Those things right off the bat get a plus for me. My name is 𝑨𝒃𝒐𝒖𝒕, host of the Silver Screen Dudes, and today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the new movie, The Damned. Ava, played wonderfully by near impeccable Odessa Young, is a 19th century widow who, following the tragic death of her husband some years prior, now finds herself in charge of a fishing vessel and its crew of men as they work in an especially harsh winter in an isolated, unforgiving Icelandic fjord. A sufficiently bleak and despairing setup already in its own right, but with The Damned, writer-director Thorda Paulson then proceeds to torment us in a good way, with a folklore horror that relentlessly builds up genuine dread, tension, and discomfort pretty much from start to finish. The premise of The Damned, it's unique, it's unsettling. I love the fact that this quite frail, fragile, petite woman has got such a commanding presence over this group of big, burly fishermen. The dynamic between all the characters really, really works. And the setting, much like John Carpenter's The Thing. Maybe I'm a sucker for frozen wastelands. In that sense, this movie really did work for me. Now, to add to this, already facing the harshest developments and coming to terms with the possibility that they might not make it through the winter, Ava and her crew spot another shipwreck just off the coast near their station. Now, Ava is faced with an impossible choice at this point: save the survivors or abandon them to ensure the survival of her men. That choice sets the tone for what becomes a harrowing tale of guilt and consequence and their power to corrupt the human mind. And this is one thing I really liked. So you're left with this creeping sense of dread because of the actions that they take, whether to save or not save the other fishermen. And then very, very cleverly and subtly, we get interspersed with Norse folklore and horror. Draugr are part of this story. And it kind of takes that kind of comes out of nowhere, but makes the world of sense, because where you think this is going to be a grounded story, oh no, it gets all sorts of horrific and folklore. And it works to that end. It's something we've seen before, but the whole, is it real? Like, are there really Draugr, or are they going mad and the Draugr are not really there? And this is just something that they're creating because of being so isolated and being oppressed by the weather and going hungry. Like, the movie plays with you, like, is it real, is it fake? That's the question the movie asks, and it toys with the audience's unease on whether what the characters are experiencing are real or fake is or isn't. Now, I say that I love the location, this Icelandic inlet, this Icelandic fjord, and I did. I loved it. Kind of feel the cinematography let the location down a bit. While I definitely got this clear sense that the characters were isolated, there were some key moments that the cinematography failed to capture important, seriously important scenes. Like, maybe it was just me having a moment of blindness, but the shipwreck, which is the MacGuffin of the movie, the shipwreck which they have to choose to save or not save, like when they were looking out from the beach, looking at the shipwreck, I couldn't for the life of me see the shipwreck. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go along, but I didn't really see it there. The choice of camera angles, direction of the framing and of the photography, for me, did not work in this film. The lighting was beautiful and added to the ambience and the atmosphere, but the way some quite key scenes were captured, I actually thought let the movie down. And look, you see the marketing material, it's definitely advertised as a horror movie, but it's never scary per se. Though that said, it does remain uneasy. It's similar to Nosferatu. It does question that what's just beyond our field of view, what's just out of frame, what's making these characters so uncomfortable. And they take you for a ride with that. And again, it works. Without giving it away, if you've ever seen these isolationist horror movies, the denouement, the way the movie unfolds, you will have seen before. Like, there's nothing, revelatory or earth-shatteringly new here. The way the movie ends and the supposed plot twist, which isn't really a plot twist, it's been seen before. But, if you're relatively new to the genre, there's definitely a kick to be found here. It's a good film. It's really, really good. Odessa Young and Joe Cole, yes, he of one of my favorite movies, A Prayer Before Dawn. He's in this too, and he is fantastic. The cast, as I said, the cast and the performances, they're solid. They add to the sense of dread in this movie. That all works. I'm going to go ahead and score The Damned a very respectable 7 out of 10. The Damned is an evocative plunge into Norse horror and folklore, enveloping its audience in an atmosphere of suffocating isolation and creeping dread. The film's visual and auditory design masterfully conjures the barren chill of its Scandinavian wilderness, where every shadow and whisper feels alive with menace. By blending ancient folklore with psychological horror devices, it crafts a tension-filled narrative that keeps viewers on edge. The interplay between myth and the fragility of perception is the film's strongest suit, creating a world where the line between supernatural terror and mental unraveling is tantalizingly blurred. However, despite its brooding atmosphere, The Damned falters in delivering genuine scares. Its deliberate pacing and rich sense of unease build anticipation, yet the payoff feels frustratingly underwhelming, leaving audiences yearning for moments of visceral terror that never really arrive. Additionally, the film's ending, telegraphed far too early, undermines its narrative momentum, depriving it of any kind of shocking or revelatory conclusion the story demands. While The Damned excels as a mood piece steeped in folklore and psychological complexity, it ultimately feels like an exquisitely carved vessel. Beautiful to behold, yet hollow where it matters. So those are my thoughts on The Damned. I'd love to know what you guys think. Please do leave your thoughts and comments below. Please do be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel already. It really does help. Give the video a thumbs up if you love movies, and if you love horror, do be sure to give me a like. And please, we've got a load of new content coming up over the course of the next week, so be sure to hit that notification bell to stay up to date whenever the new content drops. It will be in the coming days. My name's Nico Luro, and I'll see you guys all on the channel very soon. Long love cinema. Bye for now.